Right then, here's another way to play a 12 bar in the key of E. Players like Stevie Ray Vaughan, even Buddy Guy have done blues in this style. If you listen to tunes like Mary Had a Little Lamb, it's in that style of playing. Right, now you can obviously do that a lot slower when you first start. Now I'll break this down into its individual parts for you, and hopefully you can follow me along on it. Now we start off with a little riff in E. Now what I'm doing here, I'm picking string 6 at fret 5. You prefer to use my first finger there. And then I hammer my third finger to string 6 at fret 7. Then I pick the 5th string at fret 5 and I bring my first finger across onto that note, like that. Then I pick the 6th string at fret 5 again with my first finger on it, and I hammer my third finger to string 6 at fret 7. Then I move my first finger to string 6 at fret 3, pick that one, and then hammer my third finger to string 6 at fret 5. Then the last note there is the open string, the open 6th string. So in slow motion you get, that's the rhythm. Then I come straight to the chord. Now this is an E7 chord that we're doing here. It's our first finger on the 2nd string at fret 5, our second finger on the 4th string at fret 6, our third finger on the 5th string at fret 7, and our 4th finger, our little one, on the 3rd string at fret 7. That's the E7 chord. And I'm playing it like that. Down, up, down. That downstroke there, that last downstroke is muted. So I put the side of my hand on the strings and then just chop into it. Then I do another upstroke, like that. It's optional how many strings you hit as well whilst you've got the chord on. You can then back the chord off a fret, so take it down 1 fret, that's towards the headstock. Strike it with an upstroke and then slide it back to position. And then when it's in position, strike it with another downstroke. So this is how it would sound. Like that. I'll slow that up. So we get this effect. Then we do a different riff on the bass. Now what I'm doing there, I'm picking the 6th string at fret 5 again with my first finger on it, and I hammer my third finger to the 6th string at fret 7. As soon as I've done that, I then pick it at 7. So I pick it again. Then my first finger goes to the 6th string at fret 3, pick that one, and then hammer your third finger to the 6th string at fret 5. Like that, just hit it down. Then at the end, pick string 6 open again, so we get this effect. Then what happens is we go to the E7 chord again, the same chord that we did before, and play the rhythm exactly the same. except we don't do that extra stroke on the end. We just go, as you slide it up, just slide it back to position. Don't go on the end this time. So first time we've got, second time. Now we're going to move to the A chord. And that run takes us to the A7. Now what we do here, we put our first finger on string 6 at fret 5, pick it, and hammer to string 6 at fret 7 with our third finger. Then we pick the 5th string at fret 5 with our first finger on it. Then pick the 5th string at fret 5 again, still with your first finger there. Then hammer your third finger to the 5th string at fret 7. Then your first finger goes to the 4th string at fret 5 and you pick that one. So yeah. Then put your third finger onto the 4th string at fret 7 and put your second finger right next to it, because we want 2 fingers on here to bend the string downward. And we pick it at 7 and bend it down. It's only a semitone bend. It's the same as if you were to go up 1 fret. So it goes down and then you release it up again. Same as going up 1 fret like this. Then you drop back to the 4th string at fret 5 with your first finger and pick that one again. And then the last note there is the open 5th string again, string 5 without any fingers on it, which is the A note, which brings us into our A7 chord. So the A7 chord is your first finger across strings 1, 2, 3 and 4 at fret 5. It's like a mini bar. And your second finger is on the 3rd string at fret 6. If you play that from the 5th string, A7. Now the rhythm goes down, up, down, up. If you say it and play it, you can't go wrong. Down, up, up. Drop it back a fret towards the headstock. Hit it with an upstroke and slide it back to position. So I'll play that whole section slowly. And speed it up a bit. Then what happens, we return back to the E section and we do the second riff that we did. So you'll know that was the second riff. So I'll just recap to that point. We've got the first E section, the first E riff. And the second one. Up to the A7. Back to the E. Now we're going to go up to B7. And we're going to do that. Now on this section, my first finger's on the 6th string at fret 5. I pick that note and I hammer my third finger to the 6th string at fret 7. And then with that finger on, I then pick the 6th string at fret 7. Then I pick the 6th string at fret 5 and I hammer my second finger to the 6th string at fret 6. So that's the little run up. Right, having done the notes moving up to the B7, we then do the B7 chord. Now it's a standard bar B7. If you place a bar at fret 7, that's your first finger over all 6 strings. Your second finger goes on the 3rd string at fret 8 and your third finger's on the 5th string at fret 9. If you strum all 6 strings, that's our B7 chord, and we play it like this. Down, down, up, down. That up up down is a quick flick. And again, it's optional how many strings. I tend to aim for the upper strings. So you do that, and then strike the chord with a downstroke. Move it down 1 fret, that gives you B flat 7. Move it down 2 frets and that gives you A7. So we're descending in semitones there. That's our rhythm. Then we go to finish it off. Now that little run there, my 3rd finger's on the 1st string at fret 3. I pick it and pull it off. So pluck it off so that the 1st string rings open. I do a slight downward pull on that as I do it. Then my 3rd finger goes to the 2nd string at fret 3 and I pick that note. Then I pick the 2nd string open. Then my 3rd finger goes on to the 3rd string at fret 2. I put my 2nd finger on there as well, right next to it. I pick the 3rd string and bend it up like that. It's going up a tone bend. It's the same as going up 2 frets in pitch. And as I bend it up, when I get to the top of the bend there, I strike string 1, which is open, with an upstroke. So we get. Then I take the fingers off the 3rd string so that the bend doesn't release. You want to palm it with your right hand to stop it releasing. Then my 3rd finger is on the 3rd string at fret 2. Pick and pull off. Then my 3rd finger goes to the 4th string at fret 2. I pick that one and pull off. Then my 3rd finger goes to the 5th string at fret 2. I pick it and slide all the way up to fret 7. And then with my 3rd finger on the 5th string at 7, I can neatly fold on the E7 chord again. Remember, that was the chord that we were doing at the start. So your 3rd finger's on the 5th string at 7. 2nd finger's on the 4th at 6. Little finger's on the 3rd at 7. 1st finger's on the 2nd at 5. So we go. Hold the chord on. Down, up again. And then you can take it back a fret and slide it back to position like that. So from that run. And that concludes our exercise there. I'll just play it